So the research is fantastic. It turns out that when you start your meals with vegetables, the fiber in the veggies, when you eat it first, has time to coat your upper intestine and create a sort of protective mesh, okay, like a shield on the walls of your intestine. And that shield then slows down how quickly the rest of the meal is going to access your bloodstream, how quickly the molecules from the rest of the meal are going to make their way into your bloodstream. And so veggies first is this very important hack. Now, the scientists...
I used to always eat my veggies last.
Really? Because you hated them?
Yeah, because you eat all the carbs first and all the rest of it. You're like, oh, yeah.
And actually, so when you go to restaurants, they often give you bread at the beginning of the meal.
Yeah.
And actually, it's pretty smart. So I think there's a whole conspiracy here. Because if you give people some bread at the beginning of your meal, so you're super hungry, you eat the bread. Bread is starch, it turns to glucose. So very quickly you experience this glucose spike. And about 90 minutes later, you're crashing. And that's when the waiter comes over and is like, hi, anybody would like some dessert? And at that point, you're feeling this intense craving for sugar because of that glucose drop. So you're going to order dessert.
Wow. That makes sense to me. I love bread at the start and dessert at the end. Yeah.
But the best thing to do actually is to delay that bread and first have your veggies and then have your main dish and have the bread, during the main dish or after the main dish. And that way you can still enjoy the bread, but the glucose molecules are going to be protected by that fiber mesh and not going to create that big of a spike. So you won't feel those cravings 90 minutes later. You won't feel the energy crash. So that's another super important hack. And if you do nothing else, just at your next meal, eat what you would normally eat. Just add a plate of vegetables to the beginning of your meal.